Welcome to Trostel's Briar. I'm Paul Trostel, the founder and operator. I grew up on a small ranch in Colorado, and we showed steers at 4-H county fairs and the National Western Stock Show. It was at a very early age that I learned to appreciate beef on the hoof and on the plate. My first restaurant job was as a broiler cook for Mr. Steak. The wonderful aroma of a broiler full of steak made me realize that my brothers could raise the beef. I was going to cook it and serve it to make people immensely satisfied. After Mr. Steak, I went on to work for several steakhouse chains nationally. I opened restaurants for Mr. Steak from California to New York City, and people came in droves to eat steak. My next restaurant adventure was with the Cork and Cleaver restaurant chain in Denver, Colorado. It was immensely satisfying to serve top quality beef. I learned a lot there, and I moved to Omaha with the same chain. Finally, I settled in Des Moines with the Cork and Cleaver, and in 1975, I started out on my own, an independent restaurateur with a place called Colorado Feed and Grain Company. Colorado Feed and Grain Company was tremendously successful. We sold steaks on sizzling platters and tons of prime rib. 5 restaurants later, all in the state of Iowa, I opened Trostel's Briar right here in 1986. I created an ambiance of dark mahogany wood, dark green leather chairs, white tablecloths, and fresh cut roses to showcase my passion for choice aged beef. All steaks are aged to perfection and cut with the tenderness of a butcher's heart. Our prime rib is slow roasted, and the broiler man in our restaurant is the most important person in the restaurant, next to our guests, of course. Our New York strips have always been 16 ounces with no more than a 1/4 inch of fat cap and a 3/4 inch tail. We use smaller strip loins to get a thicker cut steak. Sous Chef Scott does a great job of cutting and broiling these beauties.
I love using well-marbled and perfectly aged beef, and I love to see the smile that it puts on my customer's face.
My son Troy, our executive chef, ensures that our fillets are all center cut, and look at that beautiful marbling.
Our center cut filet mignon is the crown jewel of beef tenderloin.
My name is Sherry May, and I've worked at the Briar for 18 years. And I would like to say I've always been proud of the quality beef we serve here at the Briar. A lot of my customers will ask for recommendations, and I never hesitate to recommend perhaps our slow roasted prime rib or one of our aged steaks. They are never disappointed, and they always come back for more. Our chefs Troy and Scott are constantly teaching the servers here at the Briar new ways to present our new cuts of beef. I must say they're very well received by our customers. I want to say I'm very happy to work here at the Briar, and I'm also very proud. It's because we take a lot of planning and consistency in how we present our food, and the beef is what brings people back.
In our 19 years of operation, our customers have tremendous loyalty for our consistent presentation on center of the plate steaks and prime rib. They are also very willing to try new beef cuts such as the petite shoulder tender or the flat iron steak, as well as the hanger steak. Chef Troy introduces these cuts with exciting presentations on his weekly chef page. New marinades, spice rubs, and cooking methods have kept our menu on the cutting edge for beef devotees and everyone with an inquiring yet educated palate.
In my work with the Iowa Restaurants Association, I can't think of a stronger champion of serving quality beef than Paul Trostel and the Briar team. They take great pride in the presentation, the quality, and the variety of beef entrees they serve, and it shows. Paul also serves on the boards of the Iowa Restaurant Association and the National Restaurant Association, and in his capacity on those boards, he represents Iowa extremely well, and his representation as one of Iowa's premier steakhouses is known nationwide.
Our restaurant has won many awards for beef culinary competitions due to the creative talents of Chef Troy and the versatility of beef. These newer cuts are exciting to work with in unique recipes, and they still taste great in traditional methods of preparation. Let's talk to a couple of guests about beef here at Trostel's Briar.
I opened up my car dealership in Johnston about the same time as Paul opened up his restaurant. And I've been coming here ever since for the best beef available.
Thanks. I come to the Greenbrier for the lollipop ribeye. It's the best steak in town.
This is probably the best beef in the state of Iowa, maybe farther than that. We've been coming here for 15 or 16 years, about 3 to 4 times a month, and I don't know where you could ever go to get beef like you can get at Trostel's. That's the best there is.
I hope you've enjoyed this little tour of our restaurant. Beef has been the main ingredient for success here at Trostel's Greenbrier. And we believe in one of the greatest taglines ever spoken. Beef, it's what's for dinner, and we have staked our reputation on that.